Lift off and the clock has started.
Hello, friends. I'm Dr. G. Lakeith Kennebrew.
And I'm First Lady Jerice Kennebrew.
And we are the pastors of the Hillside Tabernacle Church of God in Christ, the City of Faith Church. We're located at 2561 North Fair Oaks Avenue in the lovely city of Altadena, California. This is a ministry that's all-encompassing and life-giving, with ministries here to serve you,
such as Children of the King, Triumphant Teens, Worship Arts Ministry, and our Sunday School Enrichment.
Listen, we have powerful worship times where you can come and join in with us. Sunday mornings at 11 o'clock a.m., our worship and the word. On Tuesday night, teaching is with me, Dr. G. Lakeith Kennebrew. And Thursday nights is our prayer and praise gathering, where you can come and be healed, delivered, and set free. This is a church that loves you and think about you. Remember, at Hillside Tabernacle Church, we're glorifying God, evangelizing the world, and empowering believers.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Today, my special guest is Donya. She is an entrepreneur who has started an organization to help women get out of abusive relationships, or women that have gone through domestic violence, and even the children. She also has written 3 books, not one, but 3, and she's here to talk about her 3rd one. So please help me welcome my friend Donya.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Be here. I'm doing well.
I'm so glad you're here. So tell our viewers, who is Donya?
Oh my God, so many things. First, I'm just gonna be I'm a woman. That has to be said sometimes, because sometimes we get our roles and we forget who we are. But first of all, God created me. I'm a woman. First.
There you go. All right.
I'm a mother.
Okay.
Okay. I'm an entrepreneur. An author. I'm so many things.
That's great. You can never be too many things. They say the average, millionaire. So I'm stuttering. Has about 7 forms of income.
Right.
So why not be an author, be an entrepreneur, be in real estate, be in stock markets, what else? Book writer, singer, musician, who do it all. Shoot, be one of those people who you got to sign the papers for them, sign the documents, a notary. Shoot, open a notary business. It's money. Sure, if you make it the money, make it. There you go. So
that's your gift?
Yes. So let me ask you this. So I said earlier that you are an entrepreneur and you have your own organization. Please tell us about that.
I do. My organization is called Creative Creature. Okay. It is a 501c3. What I do, I work with women who are getting out of incarceration. And I work with women and children who have gone through domestic violence situations. I help women, those that are getting out of incarceration. We have transitional housings that they can go into, and we offer them classes to help them to get back on their feet, financial freedom classes. We do job searches for them. We also offer them free physicals.
Wow.
We do healthcare planning for them as well. We do the same thing for the women who have gone through domestic violence, and for the children as well.
What inspired you to want to help anyone in that type of arena?
Well, I've gone through domestic violence before. I was married 13 years. Okay. It didn't start off that way. So I remember 3 times in particular where it did get physical. Wow. But there was verbal abuse, there was manipulation. All of that was already there. So the abuse, it actually started way before, but it was verbally. Wow. And then there was the neglect, but physically it happened 3 times, but it was 3 times too many.
So I have to ask this. just to pause real quick. How can, because you went through that, what can you tell our audience on things to look for in an abusive person? Because I know you probably didn't know before leading up to it, but what are the type of signs that start to show that this is who he was?
Control is an issue.
Okay.
Control, like I said, the manipulation, and the neglect. Verbally saying things to make you feel small or like you're really not worth anything. So all of that, those are signs. And another one that I noticed from in my relationship was that there was not enough self-love for him. He didn't have enough self-love for himself.
Oh.
So then that's how
So
it
because
started.
he didn't have self-love for himself,
Right.
he was taking that out on you as well. So
As well.
because he didn't love himself, he was going to make sure you didn't love yourself too.
Right, and that's what he admitted to me at the end of the marriage, that he had some insecurities.
Wow. So let me ask this. Okay, so you went through that type of ordeal and you decided you want to reach out to other people who went through that same type of situation. So now you have your organization, and that's amazing what you're doing, all the opportunities and things that you have available to individuals, to women, to the children. Now, let me ask you this. You have that. Your books, did that come from those experiences, like from your first book, your second book, or like how did you get into writing? How did the writing and being an author come together with your organization, or are they just two separate things?
No, they're actually one and the same,
There
pretty
you go.
much. They're one and the same. My first book is A Creative Creature's Testimony, and it talks about me coming out of depression, dealing with.
What's the name of that book for our audience?
A Creative Creature's Testimony.
Okay,
that was my first book. It's my autobiography. I wrote that after dealing with the death of my grandmother. She raised me. I came from a family where my mother, she didn't raise me. She gave me and my sister up. She got married, and her husband didn't want kids, and he didn't want her kids.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and he would say stuff to us like that when we were growing up too. So the safest place for us to be anyway would be at my grandma's.
Okay.
So that was the first sign of rejection and dysfunction. You have your mother rejecting you, and then you get married and you still get the same rejection, but it feels so normal, like it's the norm, and it's not what God planned in or intend. But I did write that first book about that experience that I went through. My biological father, he wasn't able to be in the picture because he was struggling with mental health issues. Okay. So mental illnesses. And so I grew up like that. And then the second book is called Second Chance. It's a fiction book. It's about a man and a woman just trying to hold their marriage together. Okay. And the third book that I wrote, because I'm divorced, it's been about almost 3 years. And the book came when I was going through divorce. Okay. So I said, God, I don't want to write that. I don't want to tell anybody my testimony. I don't want people to know this. I want people to know that I'm an advocate, and I want to help these women that are going through these situations and these difficult times. Just let me be the help. Okay. I don't want to talk about that. That's too personal to me. It hurts, and I don't want people to look at me like, you're this small because you allowed a man to treat you like that.
So within your latest book, tell us about that. What's going on in your latest book?
In my latest book, it's called can I show that?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Okay, show them your book.
Back here. Okay, so this is She Pack. Okay, this is my third book. So what happened with this book is inspired by God. I was going through divorce because the last straw was when I noticed that I noticed my purpose was a problem for him. Okay. So, and then on top of that, the last altercation that we had, it happened in front of my daughter. I was choked in front of my daughter. Oh, wow. And I always been her shero. So the moment that I'm embarrassed to look into her eyes, I knew, I'm like, I can't, I got to get out because I know who I am to her. That was
the last straw right there.
Yeah, I know who I am to her. Yeah. So I can't.
I have to pause real fast. But you know what? That was very brave and strong of you, because some people, they just never leave.
True, it's true.
They make an excuse to why they were choked in front of their family members, or why they're talked to that way, or they say, oh, I deserved it, or I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that. And a lot of people never find the strength to get out. So I have to not recommend you, what's that word? I have to congratulate you and say, you know what, I am so happy that you found strength to get out. And to even find strength to write about it.
Yeah, and that's what happened. I was I'd filed for divorce, and he spoke first the title to me. I'm like, sheepack. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh my God, I know what you want. You want that testimony, and I don't want to give it.
I was told that being transparent is the best form of medicine, not just for yourself, but for others. Because when people can see the real you, then they'll be able to connect with you. But then also, you become stronger by telling your truth. And it helps you move forward.
By testimony.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. So I'm giving it in here. One of the characters closely mirrors some of the things that I went through in that marriage. And I speak about success and things like that. But this is what God gave me while I was going through divorce. And this is I think one of my best books yet.
Okay.
This book is also
when was it released?
This book was just released January 28th.
Just released.
Yeah.
You had to let the people know.
I had to let them know. It's it's
available. Where can they find your book? Where can they purchase it?
You can go to Amazon.
Okay.
You can also go to barnesandnoble.com. Anywhere books are sold, just type in name, title, and then it's
what we're going to do is also every time somebody has a product or anything like that, I try to put all those links into the video description. So you guys can always just go to the video description and look where it says we're going to put the Barnes Noble. We're going to put you said Amazon.
Amazon.
We're going to put the Amazon there. We're also. Do you have Instagram?
I do have an Instagram. It's Creative Donya.
Okay. So Creative Donya, we're going to put that on there. All her social medias. We're going to get all her social medias. We're going to put them in the description so you guys can connect with her, buy her product, talk to her. Are you reachable for, say if somebody wanted to, they reach you through your organization, right?
They do.
Okay.
The phone number, everything's there.
So and tell us your organization connections again. What's the number for your organization or the website there?
Okay, the organization, the phone number, you can reach me at 310-904-2127, and someone will be able to help you there.
If anyone is going through any type of domestic violence, please, if you have a parent and you are a child and you see this, contact her company. Call. What's the number again?
The number is 310-904-2127.
Call the number. We're going to leave it in the description notes. And please tune in next week. We are having a great guest every week. All my guests are great, so I don't like to pinpoint a name or whatever. Everybody that we have on here, they're great in their own way, in their own right. So please tune in next week. And also, remember, next week, we give out another $100. Yes. All right. And deuces. Remember, live healthy, live wealthy, and live free. All right, y'all. Professor X out.